Erida might look decent, but he's a complete pushover who gets zero attention because he's more terrified of women than Goku is of needles. Seriously, don't do it. But his life flips upside down the moment he learns a reality-breaking truth. He's adopted. And instead of spiraling like a normal person, Erida instantly takes this as permission to cross every line imaginable with his stepsisters. Completely lost and desperate for advice, Erida goes to Shuren and asks how he managed to land a girlfriend. Shuren shrugs it off and says, "Easy. You just unlock Rizgid mode." That single sentence immediately fries Erida's brain, since he has absolutely no clue how that's supposed to work. Shuren then cuts deeper, asking why Erida is even stressing over girls when, as the family heir, he technically already has everything handed to him. Erida panics and launches into an awkward speech about pure love to hide his obvious desperation. But before he can finish, the sisters arrive one after another. C, Oka, Minami, and Bonri. They instantly assume he's there for advice because his confidence is microscopic. Here we go again. When Erida tells them to mind their own business, Oka doubles down with insults. Shuren makes it worse by claiming Erida was actually commenting on their figures. That's when Yuka completely snaps, sends her dog after him, and tells him to seek professional help because normal brothers don't fixate on their sisters like this. Erida fires back, claiming he's never seen them as anything special anyway. But then Yuka brings up the Katona incident, and the entire room goes silent. Barry finally steps in as the eldest to defend him, and even Nami admits he's not completely terrible. Feeling encouraged, Erida goes in for a hug, only to get hit so hard he nearly meets King Kai. Perfect timing. Oka reminds everyone that it's Katona's birthday on Saturday, and they agree to go out together after dinner before heading to the station for school. Later that day, Shuren corners Erida in the restroom and vents about how everyone thinks they're the perfect family, when in reality he gets bullied nonstop by 5 sisters with no way to fight back. He also points out that rumors at school are way worse than Erida realizes. Erida immediately denies it, only for Shuren to remind him about Katona's past confession. Hours later, Erida almost sends a friend request his crush, but backs out at the last second. That's when Oka walks in asking for his notes. As she flips through them, Erida comments that she should start acting her age. She fires back, calling him an idiot and saying there's no point pretending to be polite in the same house they grew up in. Out of nowhere, she asks about his crush and reveals Shuren already spilled everything. Reluctantly, Erida gives up the name. Oka tells him they're on the same committee and offers to help set things up, but Erida snaps back, telling her to focus on fixing her own personality first. A few days later, Katona's birthday arrives. Erida puts on a suit and waits for dinner. When he finally steps out, Oka somehow manages to compliment him before heading downstairs. At the table, Manami tries to apologize for losing her AirPod, but the conversation instantly turns toxic as insults start flying. Erida tells everyone to stop, right as their dad, Kenine, walks in and thanks them for waiting. They raise a toast for Katona, and then Kenine drops a plot twist bigger than anyone expected. Every single one of them is adopted. Disaster. Erida demands answers. Kenine explains that Manami and Chiyin are biological twins, but the rest of them aren't related at all. He also reveals he promised their mother to keep it secret until the right moment. Then he casually continues dinner while everyone mentally checks out. Soon after, a maid comes in with tea, but Barry stops her and serves it herself. Oka finally speaks up, saying she feels betrayed. CIA and Manami tell her to stop overthinking things, and Barry admits she barely remembers their early childhood anyway. Being adopted, she says, doesn't change their bond. Eventually, everyone heads off to rest, but Erida can't shut his mind off. He decides to cool down with a bath. While grabbing towels, he keeps telling himself nothing has changed until he locks eyes with Katona already in the tub. He immediately apologizes and turns to leave, but she asks for help scrubbing her back. Elsewhere, Shuren talks with Oka, who wonders if this revelation changes how she's always treated Erida. Shuren tells her the real problem isn't them, It's how everyone else will react once the truth gets out. And just when Erida thinks things can't get any worse, Gunnam blocks the exit, freezing him in place as he realizes she might be up to something. If you enjoyed this anime recap and want more, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss future uploads. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.